In order for Alexander to be sovereign, it's going to be necessary for us to build all of our corporate entities to become a assurance that we have long-standing revenues to do the things we need to do. So when we set out 4 years ago to begin building this path, ABC was designed to become a place where we would rely on our ability to think about becoming a sovereign nation. We've attained many of those goals by the investments we've done, and we've started to lay the foundation for us to become a corporate entity that's going to change how things are done here in Alexander. Alexander's proximity to Heartland becomes a major vehicle for us to build on. I think that because of our proximity, Alexander is the most impacted nation in all of Heartland. So I'm hoping that our focus to create relationships in Heartland and start to build on some of the business opportunities, which are just a stone's throw away from our community, will become our future opportunities. In addition to that, we've looked at expanding our corporate position by investing in solar. We've invested in a solar Tilly farm. We're also investing in things like the tubular company, the valve company. We're also looking at doing things like directional drilling, which are still part of the pipeline activity, but it's important for us to start to get into mainstream business opportunities that are providing direct services to the industry. We can only get to where we are with the commitment of people on our boards, council members who are supporting the direction we're taking, and the community to be involved in understanding how we're going to do business. We're unlike other corporations where we have a board that's primarily functional to themselves. In our case, we're responsible to the community, and part of our responsibility and accountability is to ensure that we have people involved, in our leadership here in Alexander has been very supportive of us getting involved in the multitude of businesses that we're doing now. And the board members that are part of our board are giving us clear direction and working with us in a very positive way. I'm hoping that as chairman of the board, we can ensure that we're accountable to the people, that we'll be able to show them where ABC is going, where our corporate entities are investing, and how these things are going to benefit the community. Over time, I believe that as we grow, more and more people will be interested in the activities that we undertake. And the activities we do undertake will all be activities that would be disclosed to the community, so that the community will be aware that we're investing in the various groups, whether it's valves, whether it's solar, whether it's hydrogen, whether it's CCUS, or any of the things that are presently being done. I think that over time we will learn the best way to report to the community. We haven't figured it out yet, but we're on a path. We're on a path to figure out how we need to report to the community, because we have competitors we still need to understand and work with, so we can disclose all of this information in a direct manner. It has to be disclosed a little bit differently. When we first set out, we anticipated that we'd run into some bumps on the road. We anticipated that it would take us some time to get involved in investing, because really we're investing without a lot of capital. We don't have money to invest, so we always have to be innovative in how we're undertaking our business opportunities. I think we've been able to cross that bridge. We've been able to figure out how Alexander needs to be involved and what kind of partnerships we're getting involved in. And we are now taking bigger percentages of the business partnerships as time goes on. I'm hoping that in time we will be able to show the community that we will have very positive business results and financial statements that will show a good result for all the community as a long-term investment. We can get involved in businesses, all kinds of businesses, but I think it's even more important we get involved in businesses that people understand, and that we are making sure that we're still looking after Mother Earth in that process, and that we're getting involved in businesses that make sense for the community, where we can create employment, where we can create opportunities for people to get involved in. It's going to take us some time, but I think we're well on our way, and the path to success is just right around the corner. And I'm hoping that by year end, we'll be able to show a positive result to all the community.
At the creation of ABC, I was honored with the role of CEO from a great leadership team that wanted to build something for Alexander in terms of own source revenue for our people for the future. I believe that 100%. I think that's the way we need to go. When we started, it was a bit tough creating this. This is brand new. This is a new idea. This takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of support from leadership, from community. Building something like this takes a long time, and I'm glad we've done it in a quick, short years, 5 years. It's been a lot of work with a lot of solid businesses we created so far to date. I look forward to those businesses generating substantial revenue for the nation for the future, for our kids and their kids and so on and so forth. I always tell the members we should look at and be proud. We have businesses that are going to be operating in 50 years and be proud of that it's been operating for 50 years. Those are things we could be proud of. I'm excited about those types of things. I got to give a lot of credit to Chief Arcand. Chief George Arcand's been a blessing in terms of support, bringing that level of expertise and experience with his career, bringing that home to help build ABC. I don't think we could have done it without him. And notwithstanding the leadership team he has, the council beside him to support him. We need everybody, all of us, to be all pointing in the same direction. One arrow, as they say. One arrow can only shoot one way, and we all have to be focused on that vision. We've been focusing on Heartland as part of our strategic direction and developing our businesses around that Heartland area. There's about a couple $2 billion in services being contracted out each year over there. So that's where we want to get to, and that's long-term employment, careers, and revenue for our nation. I believe in the next 5 years, we can expect substantial revenues starting by 2028, 2029, $5 million annually to the nation here with great support. I think immediately employment opportunities are going to be rampant, substantial. A lot of training coming over the next little while. I believe Heartland specifically, a lot of industrial work. Those are long-term career jobs for our members. Instead of journeying out into other parts of this province, we want good careers here at home. To you, all my members, I believe we have the opportunity in front of us here to be a very, very successful nation. You can hear about the other successful nations, the Fort McKays and Mikisew, some of the nations up in Fort McMurray, providing for their members. We're so close, I believe, within this next 5 years, we're going to be a giant in this space. I think Alexander is going to be the leader in terms of business development, business operations, employment, careers for the next foreseeable future here in the Treaty 6 territory, especially around Edmonton, with the opportunities and businesses we've built for you.
My name's Chris Vanderberg. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Alexander Business Center. Born and raised in Whitecourt, Alberta, just north of Alexander. Grew up in the bush, hunting, fishing, quadding, camping. Moved after Whitecourt to Edmonton for university, where I took forestry and business. After university, I moved up to Grand Prairie and Slave Lake, working for a large utility business. And really that's where I got introduced to working with communities. I worked with communities across Alberta, BC, all across Canada, even into New Zealand for a couple years. In 2018, I came back home to work with Alexander. My current role with Alexander First Nation is the Chief Operating Officer of ABC. So that's the parent unit for all of our businesses that we have. My job is to work with industry, with our partners, with our companies, to try to drive value, training, employment, revenue, community investment, and now equity to the community. The future is bright for ABC. We've built a number of companies, Alexander Tier 1 businesses. Tier 2 businesses, we have partnerships with many companies. I've seen such great growth by ABC, and the support from the community, the leadership is tremendous. I'd like to see that continue. By all of us working together, we're going to see more benefit. Industry's coming to the table now. These relationship agreements that the community is getting with municipalities and with industry is going to drive more and more business, which means more and more benefit to the community. 2,400 band members, we're all a big team here. We're all here to represent the community, to try to drive as much value as we can back to Alexander.